What's going on, guys? It's me, Shoot. We are back with another Musume video. This time we're gonna do Rice Shower. Now, as you can see, I did so many attempts during the trying to get this video down. She's literally one of the hardest characters to use, but I managed to pull it off. So here are the parents I'm using. I'm using a friend Oguri cap because she had 42 speed and intelligence, and these are support cards. So we have Super Creek, which is actually one of the really good stamina cards out there. She has a skill called Arc Maestro, which is restores endurance while doing lean cornering, and that matches with the special week speed card, which has the skill Glutton. So which also recovers endurance in the middle of the race, which is really good. As for the other cards, you have the King Halo card, which is good for corner recovery, because you have skill that recovers endurance when in the corner, which helps a lot, believe it or not. And I did use the SR Die with Scarlet Wise card, and I think that's pretty much it. Because I also use, let's see, the flower card. I'm not the flower card, which is the Nishina flower card, which is just one of the other better speed cards out there, along with like the Tokai Teo. So basically, our plan here is the plan here was to basically work on my speed stamina throughout the whole thing. So we're just speeding through this, but honestly, you're just trying to make sure that our stats are good enough until we reached which race that was? It was a race with the McQueen. I believe it was called the Tenno Sho. What was it? The one we have to win first place. It's like the third to the last race before you actually have like a better chance of beating the game, or the finals, not the game. Because basically the Tenno Sho Spring and the Tenno Sho Spring Race, which you have to get first place, and it's gonna be the longest race in the whole attempt with 3,200 meters. So you want to make sure you have your stamina at least like around 450 to 500. Of course, you just want to keep going as high as you can, and on par you still want to keep your speed around the same area. But I think in this run I did way over it. In the beginning of the run, you want to also focus on bonds with your support cards. So try to pick the skills that you want to train with like more support cards on it, more people or more friends, because that way it will help increase your chances to work out with them once the bar turns orange. And then of course it gives you a better chance to get more stats because you increase your bond. So as you can see, my speed and stamina is around 220. So we're trying to just keep the ball rolling, you know. I'm trying to just keep her. And also the skills, I focus on heavily on recovery skills and also skills that matches her running type, which is mainly she's a leader, so she likes to stay right behind the front. But towards the end, I did change that up. I did make her a runner, which is she has to be in the lead of the pack. Just like Mihono Bourbon, she just has to like outrun everyone until the end. So that's where stamina becomes like key, because of course if you run out of stamina, especially in the Tenno Sho Spring Race, you have to you won't survive, or she won't be able to finish the race without running out of stamina. Now after that, it looks like the races weren't that bad with like 2,200, 2,500 meters. So you're pretty much good there once you have your stamina there. And after that, I honestly just worked on speed from what I remember. So this is just show like the whole run. As for like other things, this is actually one of the hardest, if not probably hard. Now I actually had an easier time working on Rice Shower rather than using like Special Week in my other account. But let's see, some other support cards you could use. You could obviously use a Togai Teo one. It helps out with recovery of physical strength and motivation. There's also the Twin Turbo one, which is an escape card, specialty card. So it helps, there's like a skill that helps, like an escape skill that helps in the beginning of the race. And then of course, if you want to do the escape route, you can also use the Silent Suzuka support card. Now of course you don't have, this game is pretty friendly when it comes to free-to-play players, because I know the importance between having, of course you want to collect the characters that you want, but also the support cards play a heavy role in how much stats you get and everything, but also the skills. But even if you don't get the skill cards that you want, you could still pretty much use like most of the skill cards, even though you don't have the best ones. So like, let's say you don't have Super Creek, you could use the Measure McQueen one that you get for free from doing the story mode, because that also helps in the Kyoto race course, which could help with the Kikukusho and the Tenno Sho Spring races, which is really great. And then you could use the Seiyun Sky, which is also an escape card for the middle of the that specializes in the middle of the race. But if you don't have Seiyun Sky or Super Creek, you could also use the Mayano Top Gun one, which is a straight line recovery, which is easy to use because there are many general purpose skills to it. If you don't have like the Fine Motion Wise card, which is the SSR one, you could use the Daiwo Scarlet like I did, or you could use the Machikane Fukukita one, which is, there's a goal called Clockwise, which is very useful. Let's see why it's useful real quick. So Clockwise is basically makes your horse grow better at clockwise races. It's funny how there's so many like different skills that matters into this race or into this game. Like they put so much effort into this game where it's ridiculous. Like they could have single-handedly made this the game they already made, which is amazing, but also like quote-unquote rhything it with like the whole performance into the end. But yeah, the tough thing about also with Rice Shower, she tends to have like mood swings. That's what I would call it, because sometimes her morale will go up, go down, depending on how she's feeling. I don't know, but she's like literally one of the most like innocent characters that I've seen. As for like the parent cards, I said I did use Aguri Cap, and I think I used my Mihono Bourbon one because like I said, I was trying to focus on escape towards the end. As you can see, I started skipping races because it started taking too long for normal runs. So yeah, typically you want your speed and stamina to be the highest. Mine of course was speed, but you want to also work on your wise, excuse me, because it helps activate your skills, of course. And then guts is not really that important. I tend to not really work on guts in general. The only time I work on guts is pretty much when I click on stamina, it gives some points to guts, or if guts in the beginning when you're still training, you're just trying to build your bonds. If there's like 3 characters there, that's when I tend, or 2 characters, and it's the most, that's what I tend to pick. As you can see right here, look, we're looking at 2 C's, which is stamina and speed, and the rest are all E pluses. And generally that's what pushed me through. We will do a Legends attempt for Rice Shower, which is gonna be tough because I don't really know the balance between how many races or which races I should do in order to get to Legends rank. But I have in my phone account, yeah, I have 3 accounts. My phone account, I was able to do Legends rank with both Mihono and Marzensky. I'll just, of course, my phone account is basically just me to mess around, because most of the time I'm spending my time on my computer accounts, which is the one that you're looking at, which I did Rice Shower. I also managed to for fun, I did Rice Shower again, but I think I beat it as a leader, which is pretty much I did the same strat, but I just didn't change her running preference. I just kept it as a leader because I just wanted to see if I could do it, but which I did. But also, we also have other ones coming. Like, look at before I mentioned the others, that one had 4, so obviously I would pick that. But it's like pretty much close towards like the middle of the run already. But yeah, there's like I have like Tokai Teo coming up. I have a Daiwa Scarlet one, which is one of the easiest ones to actually use. But yeah, what we'll be trying to do is the others, like I still have to, and also the 2 stars and 1 stars, so everyone can see how to use them. But to be honest, like I was saying earlier, this game is very free to play friendly. So even if you chose support cards to get support cards over the new units, which 2 that came out recently was Tokai Teo and Queen, which is they have new outfits and slightly improved skills, I believe. I'm not too sure. I didn't really look into it. But even if you don't have like this 3-star character, just like I do, you could still like have fun with like the 2 stars and the 1 stars, because some of them are still like they're all interesting to use. Like they're all different in their own way. Like let's see. The reason why I say it's free to play friendly, because once you are able to like 3-star all these 2 stars and 1 stars, they practically have the same stats as normal 3 stars. So and then also you get their outfits, which is also a plus, because once the 2 stars and 1 stars, they don't have their original outfits. So yeah, just keep playing them and everything. That's obviously you can have so much fun with the different horses. Horse girls. It's hard to not say horses. But yeah, so I'm planning to do an Tachyon one, but we'll pretty sure we'll go down the line and do all the units and try to get all in the Legends rank. But yeah, for Rice Shower, you want to, let's see, which race is this? Well, for Rice Shower, you want to practically have 2 or more gold recovery skills, which will help. Which is why I said that you have to use Super Creek and Special Week support cards, because of the Arc Maestro and Glutton. Let's see. I mentioned earlier that Rice Shower is easy to lose motivation, so that's the reason why I use that SR motivation card. You could use the SSR one if you have it. I personally didn't want to waste my friend space for the SSR one because it's like they're both pretty good. They both it's just a rarity difference. That's how I see it, because I don't have all the cards I need like to make the best run, because also I'm playing free to play also, which is why I have multiple accounts. If I was to whale in this game, then I'll pretty much just stay with one account. So some skills to acquire depending on who your support cards are using. I believe, I don't even know which card this is, but some skills that you should be prioritizing to get. I don't know how. I just know their English names. I don't know how they look like in Japanese. But if you could find skill names, should you totally use cooldown, take a deep breath, stamina, keep corner recovery, which is from the King Halo SR card. Straight line recovery, I think I mentioned that. I forgot from which card that was. Yeah, I forgot which card that was from. Oh, I think that was the Mayano Top Gun one. But yeah, I think flexibles from Tokai Teo. Not too sure. But there's also like don't worry too much of your parent cards, because I'd say just focus on the highest stats you can find. Me, I primarily focus on speed. because that's literally one of the most important skills to have. As you can see, I have 629 speed over here and 481 stamina. I'm pretty sure I made that into a B later on. But yeah, because you could also, if you don't have any like the rare cards, you could, if you manage to have King Halo, you could use that. Like I said, you could use the McQueen one for stamina and the Mayana Top Gun. Or you could also use the rare TM Opera one, which is crazy to say you can use the rare ones, but I have also in like my other account for other characters, and I've done really well with it. Like I said, you could also use the SR Kiryu and Aoi, which is the SR. What's it called? What kind of card is that called? I don't know what card that's called, but it's basically to help with stable training with recovery event. It's basically the other option if you don't have the SSR Suragawa Tazuna one, which is the girl with the green outfit, the hat. But yeah. What other skills? What other cards can you use that can be helpful? I mean, pretty much you could just use whatever you have. I primarily like to balance it out. Sometimes I overdo with speed. I believe I did. I already forgot the cards I use. I know I use Special Week, Super Creek. I think I used the Flower, King Halo. Use King Halo, and then Daiwa Scarlet, Wise card, Hyun Aoi. Am I missing card? And then Nishino Flower, which I just saw on the screen. But yeah, pretty much once you beat, like I said earlier, once you beat the McQueen race, which is the Tenno Sho Spring, you should be set for the rest of the run. And then you can see I didn't really concentrate on guts. I left it as an E. I don't know how far we in here right now. I lost track. Is this the Tenno Sho Spring? No, it can't be. It's too far. It's a G1 race. I forgot the order of the races. I think this could be like the last one. This could be the last one. Yeah, that was the last one before you head into the URA finals. So basically, with the Rise Shower, focus on speed and stamina. You should have your speed by like 450 at least before the Tenno Sho Spring race. Same with speed. If you go escape route, you gotta go higher than 450. You gotta go like 600. If you don't have the recovery skills, like if you're on the Super Creek, you could also use the Super Creek as a friend if you have the other cards, or you could be like me. I use Special Week because it's level 50. There's a lot of people out there with like better cards, or like they have the same. You have the same card, but they have a better level for it because they have copies of it. But there's so much flexibility to the game where you're not limited to needing the SSR cards, support cards, or let me talk about the cards. You're not needing the SSR support cards because there's a lot of good SR cards, and then of course, if you need to fill in, you have the rare cards if you really don't have any other cards. As for other cards you could use, you could use the vodka card. I believe you could use that if I think it's also a replacement for Super Creek. Personally, I wouldn't want to replace Super Creek because it's honestly one of the best SSR support cards out there. What other cards can you use? I'm not too sure about what other cards you can use. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Rise Shower. All I can say is like just finding out how the user trying to find the right balance between the other stats. It's just it was a fun ride. Like there was so many attempts. I literally spent like a whole day or two or day and a half probably, trying to figure out Rice Shower. That's why I came up with all those Rice Shower cards. But I think that's pretty much it. I think the next one we're gonna do Tokai Teo. Not the new one. I honestly didn't pull any new ones. I'm currently re-rolling, trying to get an account to keep, making a keeper account, because I don't know. So I might replace one of my accounts because I don't want to have more than 3. I'm honestly gonna keep my main one, which is this one, only because my first one, because I don't know. I don't want to really replace it because it has, honestly, it's the best account for me that has like the better SSR support cards, and it has like the most parent cards for me to use. I have a good amount of friends also, so I didn't want to just abandon this account. Plus, it's not bad. You could concentrate. I think I have Mihono Bourbon, of course, which is where I got the first video from. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We won the URA finals with Rice Shower. Also happy when that happened. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter. There's gonna be more Musume videos in the future, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know who's your favorite horse girl from the game, anime, it doesn't matter. And yeah, as always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.